In other news today, talking tough, the Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister today asserted that India cannot be at the receiving end of unabated ceasefire violations by Pakistan and should respond in kind if these persist. The strong words come as ceasefire violations along the line of control and the international border continue, with nearly 200 reported this year, the highest in the last 8 years.
It cannot be a situation where we are on the receiving end and no response is given. I think our Prime Minister was very forthright in putting across India's concerns in New York. A mechanism had been worked out whereby the DGMOs of both countries would meet to discuss cooling of the LOC and the IB. That has not happened so far. I believe that is an option that needs to be exercised, failing which, obviously, Government of India will have to look at responding in kind.
Well, what would responding in kind exactly mean? What possibly is a stronger response that India can have vis-a-vis Pakistan at this moment? And is India taking these ceasefire violations too lightly? Joining us on the program tonight, we have National Conference Lok Sabha MP Mehboob Beg. Joining us from Srinagar, we have Lieutenant General B.S. Jaswal, the former Army Commander of the Northern Command. Joining us from Chandigarh tonight, Siddharth Singh continues to stay with us from the BJP. And also joining us from Pakistan is well-known columnist Kamran Shafi. Let me ask General Jaswal first, sir. When you heard the Chief Minister they're talking about a stronger response and the need to respond in kind, what would that response be, sir? Because at the moment, yes, we know there are violations from the other side, but it's not like the Indian Army is not responding. What else can they do?
As a matter of fact, Nidhi, the response on the LC is being given, and it's a prohibitive response. But probably on the IB sector, the response is only in small arm fire. And that's the reason the gravities and the liberties are shifting towards the IB side. I think there too we will have to increase the intensity of our response so that it becomes prohibitive for them.
Okay, so you're saying, sir, that it has to be a stronger response in terms of the kind of artillery used, the kind of firing, the intensity of firing, the kind of weaponry used, basically.
No, there is no RT duel going on as of now. It is basically rocket launchers and mortars. And yes, and it is already being done, let me assure you.
Okay, let me take that to Mehboob Beg. Mr. Beg, what exactly does the National Conference believe that stronger, what else could that stronger response entail?
You know, Nidhi, this is coming from a Chief Minister whose state is directly hit, whose state is directly affected. So it's a concern. Imagine 200 ceasefire violations and overnight pounding, literally pounding of 24 villages, and 40,000 people had to leave their homes for safer places. So this is a concern from the Chief Minister of a state whose state is directly hit. I think that's what it is.
Okay, Mr. Shafi, can you give us the view there from Islamabad and what the feeling is there about why this is happening? Because, you know, we've all been talking about concerns that this ceasefire could be collapsing, but many here believe it already has. It has been the biggest confidence building measure between the two countries in the last 10 years. Is there a feeling there in Pakistan too that this is now in tatters?
Well, I hope it is not in tatters. But our people say there are 350 violations by India. For example, we have news today that 10 civilians were injured in the Sialkot sector. So, I mean, we go on and on and on blaming each other, not growing up as two countries who are neighbors, who depend on each other for each other's stability. And people are saying, ratchet what up? What? Meaning what? Yani from 350 you want to take it up to 450? So then our chaps, our hot-headed young men there will take it up to, you said 200, to take it up to 250. Can we just step back, take 2 deep breaths and understand that this is not the time of killing young kids, whether they are Pakistani or Indian. I have a list with me of how many of our own soldiers have died. One from Sindh, one from Punjab, one from Frontier. I mean, come on, what's going on?
Okay, so you believe, sir, that it's time to take a deep breath and take a couple of steps back. General Jaswal wanted to respond to you on that. Yes, sir.
Well, I do appreciate Mr. Shafiq's endorsement on certain issues. But I would like to tell you, Mr. Shafiq, I don't know, you're saying 350.
Shafiq.
I'm giving
Mr.
a
Shafiq.
considered viewpoint, having been in the helm of affairs in Northern Command, that we have, you take it from me when I say that, we have not violated the ceasefire on our own. We have responded, and at times we have taken on the pickets, which you may be saying that we are violating, when they are supporting the terrorists, their infiltration bid, and they fire from their post, we do punish the post. So that's how probably the number of 350 is higher on your side. But otherwise, you take it from me, I am being very honest on this. We have never initiated a ceasefire violation on our own.
Sir, in the first place, let us agree on this, that nobody is pure as the driven snow, that mistakes, indeed, problems can be raised by either side. I am only saying that when my heart as a former soldier, and I never got to the giddying heights that you got to, but as a soldier, I feel sad when an Indian Jawan is killed. I hope you people, our brothers across the line, are saddened when our people are killed. So what are we doing? I mean, here we are killing these young kids for some tamasha that's going on, and you know, we mix up things, we misquote our leaders. Can we let the political wallas at least get ahead with what's going on? Can we please have peace? Can India please reduce the pressure on Pakistan so it can sort out its own militants? If Pakistan, God forbid, becomes more unstable, does India become stable, sir?